Alright, welcome to Fingerbones. Fingerbones is a psychological horror game by David Skamansky. It is intended to be completed in a single sitting and there is no save function. It is suggested that you set aside about half an hour to complete it. To exit, visit the door you started, use WADS to move and the left mouse to interact with the environment, press escape to toggle the screen, and press I to invert the mouse. So, I actually have already beat this game, but it's been about 5, maybe even 6 years since I've played it, but I'm going to attempt, because I think I can remember how to play this, I'll attempt a walkthrough for you guys, so you can complete this in probably less than 10 minutes, honestly, when it's supposed to be half an hour. Hope y'all enjoy. It's my weekend to get Katie, but I'm really not in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the useful handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly didn't help. But I am not depressed. I am enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge. It appears to be a page from a manuscript. Pop morality is too reliant on emotions, and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that it is farce, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous, subjective, and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. The actions of a natural creature are natural and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. So these notes are just notes that the person we're playing as have wrote about their daughter and stuff like that. I don't know why I'd use my daughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother, a delicate, fragile version of her mother. Damn her. She left this dude. That's why he's saying all this shit about her. Go over here and press this button, and it turns on the typewriter. And I'm pretty sure after you read that note, I don't think you can type it until you read that note over there. Code should either be Katie or Lynn. It's not turning green. Okay, so maybe it's not Katie. And it didn't make a sound. So it's just Katie backwards, I guess. Here's the basement. It's finally happened. The whole world is a chaos of thunder and screams, and when the ashes settle, we will all be wild animals again. I am ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days, and she's probably dead for all I know, or care. But Katie was here when it started, and I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran through the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed. Freedom from all the irrational rules and insane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. So that should be open. That's not open unless you type Katie's name backwards. And you hear crying, that's great. I changed the storage room code to something I can remember. NY, the rest of the word is missing. So I know what the code is, but if you haven't got it yet, you'll get it soon. I don't know if there's any more notes in here. Yep, one more. She remembered Father's Day and drew me a picture. I don't understand her. She's just like her mother. She wants to waste time drawing pictures, and we're barely able to find enough food to survive. I turn her crayons into candles. We need more candles in case the generator goes out again, and it helps break up the monotony. I yearn for the excitement of those first weeks. That's the code that was in there and unlocks the bunker. I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific edification. I'd like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down to the ladder by myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The blood will probably ruin them anyways. So if you haven't figured out the word yet, you'll know when I get to the typewriter. I don't like how loud that is. generator, so if you haven't figured it out, it is Lynn. But actually it's backwards. Maybe it's not. Wait, what was it again? I guess, wait, it might not have to, it might make it, cause I'm pretty sure that's the code, so it might make a sound, even if it is right. So that unlocks this door over here. Yep. And then there's this. I am a bag of DNA and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demand reproduction. I wrote books and created because creativity served as survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. I built this place, took refuge in it, and spent hours of thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by, because my forefathers built cities and societies to allow time and peace to reproduce and to protect their genes. Dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauty, innocence. Figments of our more primordial imagination. Fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they are needless confusing. And here I am, the last man on earth for all I know, ready to be freed from them. So there should be a button. And that's not for the bunker, but it's for something upstairs. So now this little area is opened. And this will tell you the code to the cellar. They are fingers, I'm guessing. Cellar is freedom. So you go to the typewriter, type in freedom. Freedom. I really thought that sound meant you entered it wrong, and I thought the light turned green, but again, I haven't played in forever. Alright, let's see if the cellar's opened. Should be. Moment of truth. Yep. Down the ladder. A note. There's only enough food for one. So she's going to die anyway. And I'm free now. Freedom. It took the end of all humanity for me to find freedom. And I don't like that screaming. And here goes my flashlight. It seems to have been torn from a diary. She finally died last night. I don't know whether from starvation, dehydration, or blood loss. I threw her body into the woods. Her fingers, my anti-religious artifacts, my testaments to moral and intellectual freedom, are locked in the safe upstairs. That's what that was when I opened it, was fingers. I am content in the knowledge that I haven't done anything wrong. The father didn't know why he'd come back after all these years, starving and tired. He just wanted to see the cellar one last time. With one last flicker, the flashlight died and he was left in the pitch dark. He sat down on the cold floor and closed his eyes. He could still hear her even now. It was peaceful here in the cellar. It was free here in the cellar. If you made it to the end, please comment what you think about me making more horror type videos, because I enjoy the fuck out of them and would love to share them with y'all. If you're considering trying Fingerbones and want to share it with me, I'll leave a download link in the description for the Steam shop. And if you want to DM me your video, you can on Twitter at Assaultix. Maybe you can beat the game faster than I did. And if you find any more horror games you would like to see me play, feel free to comment those down below as well. I will like and respond to every single one of your comments. Peace.